Hello and welcome back to Let Him Find You. And today, this video is for you if you're feeling a bit stuck. Now I know from the letters and the emails and the phone calls that I've had recently that actually this time of the year, because this is like I'm making this video in the middle of August, is a bit like that time at Christmas or Valentine's Day, when actually as a single woman it's a really tough time. And I know that some of you have been writing to me going, I'm really feeling like I don't really want to go on a singles holiday. I don't really want to go on holiday on my own, even though I hear about all these women who go off trekking across India on their own with a backpack and all that sort of thing. I don't really have that kind of thing. And also I'm kind of stuck going, I want to go away, but I don't really want to go away on my own, but I don't want to stay at home as either. So, this is called giving yourself an unsolvable problem in the personal development terms. But it's also brings me to why I made this video today. And that is because what may be keeping you stuck is that you're doing two things. One could be that you're forward pacing, as we call it, and you're seeing things how you don't want them to be. And two is that you could be believing that when you make a decision to do something, that could be the wrong decision. So both of those things are actually forward pacing, but the one is also of like you're not really trusting yourself to make a decision of what to do. So the reason why I know this is true and why these are the two things that I hear women talk about is because basically we all do it. Because women in general, we are probably, look, one of the great thing about women, about a healthy woman, is that she's willing to be vulnerable. And that means she's willing to be out there and not feeling completely certain and safe, and to be okay with whatever happens, knowing that she'll be okay and she'll be safe and that somebody will be there to assist her if anything goes wrong. Now you see, that vulnerability is very, very attractive to a man. So if you were, as a woman, to take that possibility that, I was talking to one of our clients this week and she was saying, I don't really know where to go on holiday. And just out the blue, Tony was in the same room and was kind of half listening to my conversation with her. And he went, I know, we've got a guy friend who's single, who lives somewhere fabulous. Why don't you go and have a few days with him? I'll give him a call and say, look, you wanted to go to somewhere hot and sunny, and he lives in a place that's hot and sunny. Can you go and stay with him for a few days? Well, this woman, she was like, what? And I'm going, look, we're not trying to get you fixed up with him. We're not trying to say this is the man for you. Although I said, how would it be if it could be? And she went, I don't know. And I said, well, here's the thing. If you don't take advantage of signals, signs, opportunities, things that are brought in front of you, if every time somebody brings you something in front of you, you go and you visualize it not being good. So what she was doing, she was either visualizing it not being a nice place, or the guy not being a nice guy, or the guy being too nice with her, liking her too much. She got a list of things that she thought could be the problem. And I'm saying, look, okay, I'm not saying it's not easy for me to say, because I know this guy would never live in somewhere that wasn't beautiful. I know he's a really nice, trustworthy guy. I know he's learned a load about being in a masculine energy, and I know that he's looking to be in a great relationship. So, I know all those things are in place, but she didn't. So what we have to do as single women is we have to learn the big T word, which is to trust. And when we get that trust within us, what we do is we go, look, I know that if this opportunity has been given to me, I'm going to take action. I'm going to grab it with both hands and I'm going to go and do it. Because how do you know that opportunity just came out the blue? If Tony hadn't been in the room, I doubt whether I would have ever thought about that. And just grab it with both hands and visualize, imagine that it's going to be great. Not that it could be wrong or that you could be making a decision that's going to be bad for you, which is what we do that keeps us stuck. So great, because what we do is when we keep us stuck is we just say no. And therefore we stay in that place of, oh, you know, like I wish I could go away. It's that time of the year and all my couple friends are going away. Or you go, look, if I just had another girlfriend to go with, everything would be okay. Which actually is why we do the Let Him Find You meetups, is because then you're going to meet lots of other women who are on the same journey, they're in the same position as you, and they're learning the same stuff, and they're saying, okay, great, so maybe we could do something together, we could go out together, we could, you know, go on holiday together. Because I remember when I was single, I was kind of like going, great, if it was a girlfriend and we could go and do something together, that would be great. So the whole moral of this, and so I really want you to be honest with me right now, because the whole moral of this is, are you thinking about the future in a way that's negative? Because it's okay to know that we're vulnerable. It's okay to know that things can happen that we don't know how to deal with or we don't want to deal with. But because we trust the universe that we're safe, but also we trust that there are men out there who want to assist us and help us and maybe even take care of us for the rest of our lives. And the truth is, there are men out there who are not trying to get from you. They're not trying to take advantage of you. They actually want to take care of you, whether that's just as a friend or whether that's actually wanting to be in a relationship with you. And which brings me to something else, which is another thing that we do, is we go, oh, well, say, you know, I meet a guy on some holiday, or I meet a guy at this particular, you know, group I'm going to go to, or I meet a guy because he's been introduced to me by a friend, like this guy in this particular story. What happens if he wants to be with me and I don't want to be with him? And I would say, you know, that's great. Because actually, it helps us as women to understand how to say no nicely. Because, as you'll know, what my belief is that woman is in selection mode. You're not waiting to be found and then you have to be with whoever finds you. You're actually waiting for a great guy to find you, but then you're always in choice. You're always in choice of what you do. So what I'm urging you to do today, absolutely urging you to do, is wait and see what signs come to you, what pops up on the internet, what happens on the phone, what does somebody say to you that, oh, I went so-and-so place and it was absolutely brilliant, and notice how what you think when you think about going there yourself, and see whether you're future pacing in a negative way or whether actually you're going, yeah, that would be a cool opportunity, and I know that even if something went wrong, I'll be safe and there'll be some great man around to help me. So all of this philosophy is doing one thing, and one thing. It's getting you more ready, getting you more prepared so that you're living a beautiful green, pink, feminine life, and so that you're ready for he, the big he, to find you. Now, if you've loved this video and you've gone, oh God, this is really, really helping me, or the other videos that I've been doing each week over the last few months, I really urge you to take action to the next level. So why would I say that? I say that because that's what worked for me. So I had the understanding of how I needed to live my life. But sometimes what happened for me is I knew I needed a bit of assistance and help to actually take care of my thinking, to know when I was future pacing in a negative way, to know when I was not feeling good about myself or my body or whatever, the other things that we've talked about. So what I've got for you is a series of different opportunities. So like I said, you know, the universe is going to send you lots of opportunities. Which one are you going to take? So of course, if you are outside of the UK or you are out in the wild and you actually prefer, maybe you live near me, but maybe you prefer to actually learn some more really important stuff about getting really ready for him, and you prefer to watch that in the privacy of your own home and on video, and you can ask questions if you want to. In which case we have a complimentary course 1, which is above, which is a series of videos and trainings which I know you're just going to love, give you loads, it's going to ask you loads of questions like I do in these weekly video chats. Or maybe you're ready to go to the next level, which is what we call our course 2, which again is a video series, but it has 24/7 connection with me, and you can really, really get connected and ask questions and see each month, each week, each month that you're on that program, you'll get to see yourself move through the different stages, because it has exercises in every single part. Or maybe you're in a place where you go, actually, I quite like watching videos of you, Nikki, and of Tony, and I like the whole online and the answering questions, but really I prefer the live one-to-one where I can interact with you, I can ask you questions. Maybe Nikki, you could coach me a bit. Maybe even Tony, you could coach me, tell me what man's view is. So in which case you'd be more interested in going with us on course 3, which are our meetups. Now these meetups are once a month, and you can get to them easily. We always make them in a very, very easy to get to on a plane or a bus or a train, and you can be with us all day and go out in the evening where we do lots of practice. And if you just think, well, I just quite like a taster of that, there's a button below that says that you can book in for a taster session of one of those meetups. Now, if after all that you go, actually, Nikki, what I really, really have heard about that you do, which is your VIP, I really would like you to come to me or us to meet up in a mutually convenient place and time, and that I have private one-on-one and one-on-two with you and Tony once every month, and that actually I can ring you and talk to you whenever I want to. That's our VIP. Now there are information on all of those different things. What I would urge you to do is have a look at them and choose which one works for you to take you to the next level of readiness. Because here's my truth. My absolute truth is I learned a lot about masculine and feminine behavior. I learned a lot about human behavior, red and green, about the patterns I've run. I learned loads when I was in America being trained as a coach. I learned loads. It wasn't until I took my level of understanding of myself in intimate relationships and in how I was showing up that was not working and that was not bringing me the man of my dreams. It was only when I took it to that level and made that a priority that I could literally feel him coming closer. So I urge you to decide which one of those is the right next step for you, and join us on one of our courses that can bring him closer quicker. So until next time, I look forward to talking to you on email or talking to you on the phone or meeting up with you in person or having private time with you. I so look forward to that. And until then, I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.